see three familiar faces all of the time on these calls. You're going to see Jenny, you're going to see Desiree. And if you don't know who these ladies are my partners in crime, my success partners, not only in the business, but definitely in my fitness. And what's so great about this, you guys, is that whether you're a discounted coach or you are thinking about coaching, it doesn't matter. This is strictly about us being a challenger. This is about us and our goals, about what we want in wellness, what we want in life. And these calls are going to be every first and third Thursday of every single month, all year round, both starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will say to you guys, the more you are involved in your team page, the better your results will be. I'm a big, huge believer of it because I'm a big, huge product of it. So I want to really emphasize that the more you do, the more you participate, the more you lean in, especially when life gets hard. Those are your most biggest blessings and your greatest gifts to push forward. What's really cool about this chat button over here, you guys, is if you have questions throughout the call, you're going to see people writing right now. Happy New Year, everyone. Love all these faces in here. Christina did little hearts. You can write questions. You can comment. You can do everything you want in these calls, which is really great. So each week, each calls, we're going to have specific themes. We're going to have specific goals, and we're going to have specific energy. And the specific energy is for you to gain the light and love in your heart. The premise of these groups, these challenge groups, you guys, and I'm going to drill this into everybody's hearts and their souls and their bodies and their minds, is this literally has nothing to do with weight loss. You got lured in by the weight loss dangling carrot. But once you got into the club, you discovered that this is about rebirthing your soul. This is about bettering your marriage, or bettering your relationship with a loved one. This is about being a rock star at your job. This is about sleeping soundly at night. This is about peace in your heart and being the person who you so rightfully deserve, and taking the mask off that you wear all of the time to feel safe. Because when you take off the mask and you learn to be who you are, and it's okay to be who you are, you have mastered this group. You have mastered this group. You want to be the master of your life. And this is what our group and our community is. So the more you post every day into your team page, the more you drink your Shakeology, the more you work a program from start to finish, the more you dive in, the better you are going to be. And so with that said, we want to start this call off with something that's so freaking phenomenal that literally just happened in the last couple of days. Sharona, if you guys don't know her, get to know her, because she's been a part of my community for 4 years. 4 years. And Sharona is just going to share a little bit about what this group can do, what your group, we call it a family, okay? You guys, we are a family. What this family can do for you. So Sharona, if you just kind of want to, just share your heart, nothing specific, share your heart, share what you've done, where you're at, and all the good things.
Well, like Stacy said, I've been with her for about 4 years, but I started right before her, but I just wasn't with the right fit, I guess. And then I watched Stacy for like 6 months, I think, before she said something on one of her personal pages or something that just like drew me in. Anyways, the one thing that I needed, that I didn't know I needed, was the hard love. I didn't believe in myself. I look at my first picture and I was like 260 or 255, 260, right around there. And I dragged that weight on because I was hiding my past. And then a lot of things happened to me this year. I worked full-time at Cadillac. I was a full-time mom. I was helping my husband run his business and working full-time. I thought I was taking care of myself because that's what I preached. That's what I did. But I wasn't fully taking care of myself until I resigned from that job. I was fortunate enough to where I could resign from that job. But then I went into a really deep, dark depression. And then Summit came. So I went to Summit and I met Stacy and a couple other wonderful leaders. And the last night at Summit, I needed this, and I didn't even know I needed it at the time because everyone's always abandoned me. Everyone always left me. And then Stacy and I were having a serious conversation, and I took it as she was abandoning me. And I was going to run out of the restaurant that we were talking in. Like, I was getting ready to dart. If that door would have been right there, I would have left in an Uber. I would have went to the airport, and that would have been the end of an amazing trip. But my coach, Stacy, stopped me, and she stopped talking, and she kept saying, Sharna, look at me. I'm not leaving you. I'm not going nowhere. And every time I would veer off to the side or try not to look at her, she said it again. She said it 3 times until finally it sunk in that she's not going to leave me. And I don't know what it was about that conversation, but when I got back from Summit, I decided to push play on MM100, and I went all in. But going all in meant that I had to face my past. I had to face my past of being molested from the time I was 8 years old until full-blown rape, and just the things that happened to me. I would never wish upon anybody, not my worst enemy. I haven't told my full story because it's so hard, but I had to face it, and I had to quit pretending that everything was going to be okay. I had to quit going against the program. I had to quit going against the nutrition. I had to quit self-sabotaging myself. And I had to remember that I have to love myself and I have to believe in myself. Stacy believed in me, but she can't push play for me. She can't do my personal development. And then all of a sudden it just was like a domino effect. I had to face all that bad stuff for the weight loss to come off. And then 3 days ago, Stacey was doing a call or something, and she's like, you better enter yourself into the Beachbody Challenge. I was like, nah, I didn't even think about it. Well, I did. I made it. I got an email today saying that, I don't remember what the email says, but anyways, I'm still in it. I find out January 17th if I've made it to the next round. I have lost 85 pounds. In 4 years, but it was not easy. But I had to face everything, and I think that was the most toughest part. But when you think that times are tough, go through that emotion and face it, and don't run from it. And always lean on to your coach. So I'm very thankful that I'm here. So.
Well, we love you, and what the biggest blessing is, you guys, is that you have to remember that every single one of us is on a journey. And you know what the beautiful thing is? Everybody has a hard thing happening. Everybody has a joyous thing happening. Everybody has a stressful thing happening. So as my therapist so graciously told me, you're not that special, Stacy. And then when she said that to me, it really made me feel safe to lean into a group like this myself and do the things that I needed to do to drop my 50 pounds of emotional weight. And so the power of this community, when you really lean in, has magical powers, because you realize you are the magical power. So that's the thing that we want to drill into you, is that you guys, you're the next best thing. It's not anything else. And we're going to lean into that tonight, and we're going to talk about habits. Thank you, Sharona, so much. Like this, your story is freaking inspiring to me, because you've gone through peaks and a lot of valleys in between those 4 years. I've never had her delay her Shakeology. She's never questioned canceling. She's never questioned backing down. Like it's never even come out of her mouth, because she's believed. And belief and vision are everything. So Jenny, I don't know if you want to kind of roll into like what we're going to like talk about and how we're going to talk about habits. We're really excited about this. We hope you guys get anything you want, and we'll save maybe like the last 5 minutes for Q&A. So Jenny, take it away.
Okay, so some of you are a lot of new faces for me. Some of you I'm familiar with from some of our other groups that we're a part of. So just real quick, I want to share a little about who I am. I am Jenny Donahue. I've been a challenger for 4 years. I've been a coach for 3 years. And I was similar to probably all of you. I had tried a lot of other things to lose weight, and none of them really worked because I didn't do the work, or I was trying quick fixes. And I found my way to Beachbody, and here I am 4 years later. after my first pregnancy, I lost around 80 pounds, and we're on pregnancy 2 postpartum, and I'm down about 30 pounds. There's still about 20 more pounds to go, and then we're going to be like set. So I have loved this community. It was exactly what the thing that was missing for me. And one thing for me is that I am a recovering perfectionist. And it got to the point where I tried to do everything so perfectly that my body was under so much stress, my joints actually started to shut down. I got to the point where I was in physical therapy. I was on pill form chemotherapy. I was in and out of doctor's offices for a year. I had put on weight. I could not get up and down off the toilet without cringing, like white knuckling the counter in pain. And I one night remember looking at my husband and telling him he needed to divorce me because this was not the life he had signed up for. He deserved so much more. I didn't imagine ever having children because I couldn't play with them. I couldn't even pick them up. My joints would lock up, my elbow would swell up, my jaw shut itself. Like I could eat through a straw for 2 weeks. And it was because of the stress I was putting on myself to be perfect. And this community, these programs taught me it's not about perfection, it's about progress. And so tonight I want to talk to you guys a little bit about creating a habit. And the key for me is I love to give myself a menu of options to be successful. Our brains are actually naturally wired to constantly be on the defense because when we were first created, it was basically survival of the fittest. And so our brains are wired to do that. But now we live in a society where we don't have to constantly be on the defense and wondering, where's my next meal going to come from? Is this thing going to try to kill me? But our brains have to be retrained. And so what happens is we make it really, really easy for ourselves to fail and incredibly difficult for ourselves to be successful. So I love to teach my challenges about the menu of options. And it's all of the things you can do to be successful and put the word or in between them. Because what we naturally do is put the word and in between them. If I do this, and this, and this, and this, and your list all of a sudden is 15 pages long, guys, you're never going to be successful. I've been there, done that, tried it. We're never going to be successful if we do life that way. When you have that list and just change that and to or, if I do this, or this, I'm successful. So what I love to challenge my new people into my group is create a list of all the things you think you need to do to be successful in your health and fitness journey, and then put that word or in there. And pick one of those things that will make the biggest difference, that will be the easiest thing for you to accomplish on a daily basis to start off with, and then you can start adding in the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. And there's going to be some days where you crush 10 of those things, and there's going to be some days where you only crush that one thing you were focusing on. And you know what? Either way, 10 or 1, you're still a freaking rock star because you are doing so much more than anyone else out in the world who could care less about what health and fitness. They're going to pay for it on that back end as we're putting in the time and effort on the front end. So tonight, what I want you to think about is that list that goes through in your head already, all the things that I got to do to be healthy and fit, all the things. Think about the one that's going to make the biggest impact for you. For me, it's my hydration. And I know that seems kind of silly, but our brains actually focus better when we're hydrated. Our bodies digest better when we're hydrated. We sleep better when we're hydrated. We actually have more patience when we're hydrated. Our skin looks nicer when we're hydrated. So for me, that's the one thing I'm going to focus on for the month of January. Are there other things I want to do and I'm going to make an effort to do? Yeah, absolutely. But my one non-negotiable for January is going to be hydration. And I had to show you. I got this gift for Christmas. Look at how big this jug is. This gallon. Isn't this awesome? It was from Ollie's. I don't know if you have an Ollie's near you, but it's like the most random store at like super cheap prices. Look at this. So my goal is to drink this every single day. I've been drinking my like 2B mindset thing or my Shakeology containers, and I would lose track of how many I had in a day. And then I'd get to the end of the day and be like, I might only have one. So my tracking system wasn't really good. So I made a point to start this year off with a tracking system that's really easy to see how I'm doing for the day for my one goal that I'm going to focus on. So if you guys want to just take a minute, Stacey and Des, you guys or Crystal may already have your one goal that you're going to focus on for this month, but just take a minute. What's the one thing, if you did nothing else on your health and fitness journey, what's the one thing you're going to do for the next 30 days? It might simply be like, wake up on time, or maybe it's go to bed without your phone. Health and fitness is a lot of things, not just did I press play. And pressing play might be your one thing. So just take a minute, if you guys are comfortable sharing, what are you feeling is going to be your one thing? And you can unmute yourself and kind of share what it is, why you're making that your one thing. But when we focus on that one thing, we rock that. Awesome. If we can get that one thing in place, then we can start to add other things as we go on throughout the year. But set yourself up for success, guys. That's what I'm doing as a challenger. That's what I'm doing as a coach. That's what I'm doing as a life mom. We've got to set ourselves up for success and make it so stupid easy to get it done. So stupid easy. So stupid easy. So stupid easy. If you guys want to share, Shirley said personal development. So if you want to share a little bit, like, what is that going to look like for the next 30 days? Or Stacey or Des, if one of you share.
I started doing something just literally in the last couple of days. And if you see my Facebook stories / Instagram stories, I show all of us coaches, we show all of our lives pretty much all of the time. So you can really find a lot of ideas on our stories. Guys, you're no different than us, just so you know. We're just sharing and going first, I guess, if that makes any sense. But anyways, my sister bought me a 3-wick candle. And it's actually from Bath and Body Works. I get those two mixed up all the time. And it's like called like 1,000 Wishes. It was perfect for me. And I'm like, yes, this is what I want. So each morning I've been getting up and I've been lighting my 3-wick candle. And I say, for my health, for my family, and then something very specific for the day. And then I let that candle burn for a few minutes, like 5 minutes. And I take one of the cards from Bar Blend and I just kind of pick and grab, and then I put it on a little clip that I have. I've been doing an amazing guided meditation. There's so many. There's 2 minutes, there's 3 minutes, there's 20 minutes, there's 40 minutes, and they're all under the sun of every category known to man. It's called, you can't really see it on the screen. It's called Insight Timer, and it's a great app for meditations of anything. I can write in here how to create more money in my life. And there's going to be a 3-minute guided meditation on it. There's meditations on health and like abundance and all of these things. And literally, you guys, personal development doesn't mean you have to sit and read all the time. Sometimes I don't have time. So if personal development means putting my AirPods on while I'm brushing my teeth and listening to something that's going to stir my soul before I start that crazy, chaotic day in my mind, it really does really help me, because my mind is like a 4-lane highway. So I've been doing that in the morning and at night, and I'm not going downstairs in the middle of the night to eat. I'm not doing it. So, because it messes up my sleep pattern. And I've been doing this since my dad died. So I know I have to be very gentle because it's an emotional habit. So I'm just focusing on 1 month. That's it. And I can tell you, I did it last night. I was like, I feel so much emotionally better with better sleep. Like, duh, why am I making this so hard? Like she said, you know? So that's my goal. Anybody? So quiet. I mean, I could keep going, but I want somebody else to shitty chat.
I can go.
There we go, Chief.
I'm gonna do water, and I have been doing it. I've been doing a whole lot better. But I need one of those jugs too, Jenny. I don't have that. So at work, I'm like pouring bottles in all day. And then I'm gonna work on my containers because I haven't been doing so great. So yeah, those are my 2. Even though I know I said 1, but that's 2. I got to do those both.
No, but they tie in so well together. And what's crazy is if you guys really think about it, because I love how Jenny said like stupid easy. Our tools are so stupid easy. I mean, legit, you guys, we make it so stupid hard. Like we do. The containers are there for you to eat, to lose the weight. And then we go, I just don't know why I'm having such a hard time. It's the mental weight. It's the mental weight. So your personal development has to be like, and it's okay to cry, people. It's okay to say, it's not a great day, but what did you do about it? That's the key. That's the key of it. You know what I mean? You can't just go, I had a really bad day today and forget it. The diet is ruined. Like I think of like Shrek, you know, when she goes and eats those burritos in the drive-thru. But it's like, that's, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Do you guys know what I mean? Like we have everything for success. It's this, you know, and we can blame it on everything all day long, you know, but I love the power of team because it really helps me own up to my stuff. I think that's another tool. Anybody else?
And real fast, another goal of like mine is that to check in with Dominique every day, even if it's just a quick text, because we're accountability partners in a bunch of ways. And every day for the last few days, we've been just sending a quick text to each other saying, workout done, shake done, personal development done, boom. So that way we are holding each other accountable. And it doesn't matter if we say anything else more than that. By checking in with each other, we know that we're checking in. And then if we're having a bad day, we can always call each other. And we don't end on a negative note either. We always put a positive spin on it. So
mine is drinking my Shakeology. I've noticed when I've been more consistent doing it probably in the last 2 to 3 months, I'm less sick and I feel better. And so my goal is for the next 30 days, although it's longer than that, is to drink it every single day. I got not reusable, like throwaway cups that I can just throw it away when I'm done. And just no excuses with that. So, and to not put it on, like not cancel my auto ship, or does that make sense? So.
Yeah, I will tell you, what you guys need to remember about Shakeology is a lot of us women think one thing, the size of our pants and the way our waists are looking with Shakeology. But I would like to welcome you to the thought of your annual doctor checkups when you get your blood drawn. We forget about that stuff. Like you guys forget about, is my liver functioning properly? Are my kidneys properly with the levels they're supposed to be? Are my white and my red blood cell counts? Is my glucose, is my A1? Like we forget that because women and television and advertisements promote diet, losing weight, get skinny. We're trying to tell you in our community, let that go, release it. Because I will tell you, from consistently, and I mean consistently, I might have not had Shakeology 5 times in 4 years because of whatever, like I was throwing up or something. But I can tell you that if you just drink that darn thing and just quit saying you can't or you didn't have time, 4 years later, and every time you go to the doctor, I have had 4 consecutive high fives. 4 years of high fives where I was getting not a write-up, but like, Stace, where are we going? These numbers are escalating. You got to think about that, man. What you put in is what's going to come out. Shakeology is your synthetic daily oil change. There's a regular oil change for the car and there's a synthetic. You pay more for the synthetic because your car runs better, right? Everybody knows that. That's why you pay more for Shakeology. And if you don't know that, stay consistent and see what 1 year looks like, and then do it again, and then do it again, because you're banking yourself from not having bad things happening to you. You're putting yourself in a column of, I have less of a chance of this happening, or I have more of a chance of this coming out better. Does that make sense? So you got to think that mentality, because you don't know what card is going to be thrown at you this year. And this is our armor, you know, while everybody else does it when they get scared, or they get the big fear from the doctor. Now, all of a sudden, I'd rather work on it when I'm calm and happy and healthy, man. Wouldn't you? Like, what a relief to know we get up every day and we're doing this. Do you know what I mean? It's such a blessing. Such a blessing. But I love that Dominique, wherever she went, she just hopped off. She probably had the baby. Well, we have about 10 minutes, you guys. And I love what Jenny said. So Jenny, just to reiterate, like the power of habit, right? It's just one small thing built over time. Does anybody have any questions? Because we want to really make sure that you guys know, like, this is not just for you to listen. This is for you to like talk and share. And maybe you have an aha about like, what is it? Let's go around really quickly. Let's go around. What does it mean to you to be active in the challenge group? What does that mean? for you, because that's a big deal, you know? Oh, she said, be back. Somebody's at the front door. What does it mean to be in a challenge group for you? Does anybody want to start? What are you guys laughing at?
I keep on muting myself and then you keep talking, Stacey.
Oh, dang!
Yeah,
No.
I'm reiterating what you say because I have a challenger who's in my group. She's like 65. She's been in there for 5 years and she is so consistent every day with her Shakeology. And every year she makes a post on her main page about her doctor visit. She has like the best results. She always posts about that. And it's all, I mean, she says it's all due to Shakeology, which is so true. I don't know how old all of y'all are, but as you get older, those things matter. So those of you who are young, they do matter. So you have to think about that. But like Jenny's saying, pick one thing to be successful. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter in your mind how big, how small you think it is, because successful people, whether it's in your health, your business, your life, whatever, we are not just born that way. The people that are successful are the ones that do the habits every single day, no matter how much they don't want to. And I mean, that's in life. You got those people who aren't going to do it. The people who are going to do it, no matter what comes to them, those are the ones that are going to be successful. And that goes for every area of your life. And just like, I don't know how long all of y'all have been doing this journey, motivation is what started you, but that only lasts a short time. Habit is what's going to keep you going. And I tell my challengers that I mentor, I get their deep why before they ever buy anything from me, because if you don't have a reason to do this, I don't want you in my group. You know, not sounding bad, but when the tough times come and whatever happens, you're not going to get up and press play. You're not going to make your food. You're just not. Like, and that's what Stacey's talking about. People, you know, quitting and canceling before they even give their journey a try. So you've got to have a reason you're doing this that's so deep. I mean, I've been doing it for 5 years, literally almost every single day. You know what I mean? Like, it makes me feel better. It makes me a better person. I'm a better mom. I'm a better friend. I'm just a better person all around. And I know if I don't do these things, I think I went on my stories. I think it was, I'm so lost with these Christmas vacation. I think it was Wednesday. I didn't get up and work out or I just like laid around all day and I felt like crap. It's because I didn't start my day the way I always start it. And that is the power of our tools. I mean, like they said, our tools are so stupid easy. It's easy, and I say it's easy to do them and it's easy not to do them. Mm-hmm. So just do them. Yeah. So my thing, of course, I have lots of things I want to do, but my goal is this. Are we just doing this month, Jenny? Is that what you said? Mm-hmm. It's get up, do my devotions and my reading first before my workout, and set my intentions for the day, and then get my workout done because it just makes my day that much better.
Yeah. And Desiree, what can you shed, because you've been in, like, what is the importance of really being active in a challenge group, like posting versus looking at the challenge group? Because I know there's a clear-cut difference.
Yes.
What's your suggestion?
My people in my group are probably tired of me saying this, but I tell them personally all the time, I wish I had a graphic for all my challengers, because the proven fact, those who post every day and comment, even if you're just commenting, who participate, their results are so much better. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but I have people, I clear my group out every single year. So January 1st, I made a post and I said, if you don't comment on this, you're out of the group. And so, because I know then people, you know, and so I had several people say, I never post in here, but I don't want to be out of the group because watching it and everybody motivates me. And that's fine. But if you are participating, you're just going to have better results. It's just a proven fact. I don't even know what to say besides that, because you're showing up for yourself. And that's the reason I became a coach, is to make myself show up for myself, because I'm leading all these other ladies. And so it makes me get up and do it every single day when I really don't want to. As a challenger, you know, I don't really have that pressure. As a coach, I kind of put the pressure on myself, which is good for me. So I make it a lifestyle. And I would kind of just keep that, it's a mindset too. Keep that in your mind. Like, okay, I'm going to post a picture of my food today, so I better eat something pretty darn good. You know what I mean? Like you have the choice. Am I going to eat a burger or a salad? Because I need to post this in my group. You know what I mean?
Yep. I feel like too, and I just want to piggyback on that, when I post my accountability, I'm not hiding behind my own phony baloney anymore, because that's what got me tripped up. Like I'm literally staring at a treadmill in front of me right now behind this computer screen that I would run on it and I was going nowhere. I had no friends on that treadmill. I had no eating plan on that treadmill. I was staring out the window and looking at just nothing, and everything proved it. It was like a hamster, and it didn't give me life. It didn't give me the friendships. It didn't give me the work that I needed to do to dive deep into my soul and really heal thyself. So this group is a blessing if you allow it to be. It's hard to be vulnerable. It really is hard to be vulnerable, and it's super scary. But I can promise you that no one is going to judge you in your group. Everyone's going to celebrate you, and you will make somebody else come out of their shell. And that's how this group runs. It's inspirational, the chain effect that happens through the power of team. 100%. Anybody else have any final words? I love that we're doing this. So I just want to say thank you so much for all of you guys being part of this and letting us share with you, because it makes me feel good as a challenger. So this is the root of where it all started, you know.
I'm going to shout out my girl Cassie, because she's my postpartum mama and she is rocking it and she never stops. It's hard. She keeps on going.
She does. And her baby's so cute. All right, guys. Well, we will be back with all of you guys. Not next Thursday, but the following Thursday, 8:30 p.m. We'll come with a new topic. We'll come with new fun things. But put this on your calendar all year round and make it a point to shuffle your schedule to make these calls, because at the end of the day, this group, the core of everything is you. We love you. We celebrate you. And this is day 2 of 2020. We have so many epic more days to be great. Love you guys. Have an amazing night. Take good care. Bye, everybody.